Well, you'd think it would be a time of mourning. 9 people gunned down during a Bible study at a historic black church, but the president jumped in immediately and said mourning isn't good enough. He used the moment to push his political agenda, gun control. Watch.
It is not good enough simply to show sympathy. Every country has violent, hateful, or mentally unstable people. What's different is not every country is awash with easily accessible guns.
President Obama went on to claim that mass murders don't happen with the same frequency in other countries. Is that even true? Does he have the numbers? Joining us now to debate, trial attorney Eric Guster and Fox News contributor Jammu Green. Thanks for joining us, both of you. Eric, I guess the problem I have with this is the facts aren't even in. The president didn't know, couldn't know, none of us know the full context of this attack. There's so much we don't know. And he immediately jumps in, as demagogues do, to use this tragedy as a justification for his pre-existing political strategy. Isn't that unattractive at best?
Well, this is one of the few times I disagree with President Obama, and this was not a case about gun control. This young man was a terrorist. He walked in, murdered these people with a handgun. So this is not a gun control issue. This is about a racist terrorist act, and that's what it is. And what we have to concentrate on are the 9 families that have been impacted by this and start grieving for them instead of us making it a political football.
So, Jimmy, the president has said a number of times, guns are the problem. Guns cause violence. There's nobody in the world surrounded by more armed people than President Obama himself. I notice he's not suggesting that the people around him disarm. He wants to remain protected, but the rest of us have to go without means of self-protection. Do you see any kind of hypocrisy there?
Well, first, I think we have to pay attention to the fact that the president did say that this is a time for mourning and healing. But to say that the protection that the president of the United States is hypocritical because he has people with guns around him, Tucker, that is beneath this discussion.
Why is it beneath it? Why don't you address the question for a moment?
Wait, hold on. That is beneath the situation that we are dealing with.
Oh, stop.
To try to compare Secret Service armed people to someone who walks into a church and kills 9 people, and to say the president doesn't have a right to talk about gun control because people with him have guns. Is that literally where we are as a country?
No. What we're saying,
compare that he shouldn't have
protection? What we're saying is the president's position is that guns cause violence. Guns are inherently bad and dangerous. The rest of us need to disarm and not protect ourselves. But he's exempt from that somehow? Yes, it is.
The president did not say that guns are inherently bad. The president is saying that we have had this conversation too many times, and there is something that we can do about it. There was something we could do about it after Newtown. There was something that we could have done about it after Columbine.
Excuse me, I'm going to get Eric in here for a second. Eric, is the president's contention that preventing tragedies like this is as simple as passing his gun control agenda? Do we know that? Is that backed by social science? That does seem like an overstatement.
Well, I'm totally against the gun control bills that people are trying to pass, but we have to have control over certain types of ammunition getting in the hands of some people. But this is a handgun issue more so than a gun control issue and a racism issue. And those are the types of things that we need to concentrate on versus gun control with this instance. So I would hope that the federal government will start addressing those issues as a nation, and we start doing it as a nation to try to bring us both sides together.
Yeah, it might be worth asking deeper questions. Eric Guster,
the president also said race and faith were part of this. Race and faith. He did point to those issues as well. We have to take the whole argument into context.
Thank you both. Appreciate it.